Welcome everybody, welcome down to the basement. It's got drawers with racebook and www.simgear.club. Gonna do some Fanatec stuff today. We've got QR2 content. We're gonna install a QR2-LITE on our GT Pro wheel. Let's get started. First things first, you gotta unbox your QR2-LITE. Nice Fanatec packaging as usual. You got your instructions right here. So in the instructions, they give you all the different ways to do it. They show you how to do it if it doesn't come with a QR, and they show you how to swap out the old quick release for the new one. So we're going to be doing this, obviously, but this is not what we're going to be swapping out. We're going to be swapping out the old plastic one. So it's showing you to be mindful of the different screws that you're taking out, because if you're using plastic ones like this, you want to make sure that you're using these screws and not the other screws that come with it. So we're going to have to take the quick release off. We're going to have to remove this washer, and then we can go ahead and install this washer, and then we can install the new quick release. Shouldn't take that long at all. All right, first thing we're going to do is use the provided wrench labeled G from our packaging here, and we're going to prepare our GT Pro wheel by removing the plastic quick release. Pretty loose. You got to be mindful of these ones because they use two shorter screws on the ends here. That's in a bunch of the instructions or the videos. If you've watched any of the other ones, I'm sure you have. So pretty loose, like I said, almost finger tight. That's where we'll go when we replace it. All right, have all our screws out. They're actually all the same length. Just quickly, easily remove that. Got our pin right there. Yay! So the next order of business is we're going to have to get the supplied wrench and take these screws out so we can replace this washer with this spacer, so it creates a firm connection when we do our quick release. All right, so there's our Torx bit. It's not very compliant as far as applying torque because it's kind of small. You can probably supplement that with a pair of pliers or something. Or get less weak, turn your force feedback up, and that'll fix it. Right, so as stated as instructions, this is the difference for, there's your old ring off. The plastic wheels, like the BMW, basic BMW, the P1 V2, the GT hub or whatever, the CSL hub thing or whatever, all use this kind of like tapping screw, so you can't use the screws that come with it. So just make sure you're mindful of that and replace it with the screws that it came with, I believe. Here's also the two washers, paper thin. Obviously there's a connection that has to be made, so you replace this thin washer with this thick one, and that creates the necessary tolerance to make the wheel not slop around. So get those all in here and start it up. I had to use pliers to get these out because they were pretty tight. I just had some pliers laying around, and I was real careful about these pins, so I didn't mess them up or anything like that, and everything seemed to go okay. So take our little Torxy guy here, and these are just going to be tight, I guess. I don't know, as tight as it allows them to go. I'm going to try and be nice to them when I'm tightening them up here. Hopefully everyone can see okay instead of my big fat ugly hands. But just want to give you a little comparison to the nice elevator music version versus someone doing it in real life. So it does get tight towards the end here, as it should. So I might have to apply the pliers here. And I just want them to be like snug, so I'm not trying to like nail them down here. It says 1 Newton meter, no strength, even though they were super nailed. So this is an old model RC trick. Just use the tips of your fingers. Ooh, and that should do it. It made like a weird settling sound. So that's finger tight. Just got this last one that's kind of tough, so I'm going to take care of that one off camera. All right, that's that. So the next order of business would be to apply our quick release. So this is the top. There's no special hardware for this in this situation, so you just got to be careful. Put it over the top just like this, so you don't hit your pins or anything like that. Once you get it in there, make sure it's seated properly. There's your little jaws of life there. Get your hardware, pop back in there like we said in the beginning there. There's really no special hardware. There's no order to the screws. Just make sure you're careful when you're tightening it so you don't cross thread it, because there is metal in there that you can damage. There is plastic in there that could get stuck, and anything can happen. So I'm just going to do this finger tight here just to make sure they all thread in. And then we'll tighten it with, I don't know, 3 Newton meters to the best of our ability, like it says. All right, we're mostly down to the meat and potatoes here. Credit to Fanatec always for supplying, semi-premium tools. It's got the ball on there, so that makes it easier to get everything finger tight, so then you can tighten it down. So like I said, we're going to do this kind of like offset. We're going to go here, here, then go here, here, and then go here and here. So kind of finger tightening it here all the way around. Wish I was on Twitch. I'd have my cool sound effects and music going, but this is cool too. Some intense concentration and making sure we don't over tighten this thing, because that would be a disaster in itself. All right, I'm feeling mostly good about that. I would recommend after some usage to go back and check these bolts always. And then, probably when you're doing maintenance, there's some maintenance instructions in here that you should probably check on too. Go ahead and make sure that I got all these. So those maintenance instructions, I believe, wiping some things off and whatnot. It comes with more hardware and tooling that, it doesn't look like it's being used in this situation. Doesn't mean it's not getting used in other situations. And I'm referring to this piece here, the quick release. But that's it, man. That was pretty easy. It took, total about 10 minutes. Obviously it won't look like that after the video comes out, but real positive reaction on that. Even though it's plastic, seems pretty cool. I'm not sure how that, plastic thing and the nub, kind of like these limit the force feedback strength on this particular model, but would have to look on the forums and talk to people about that. But we finger tightened everything, made sure everything was cool. If you like the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Check us out on Twitch. We'll be using this thing here real soon. We'll probably do a video on putting the base side on next. So hopefully you enjoyed this and it was informative. And make sure you use our affiliate link if you're getting one for yourself. Thanks for watching.